Good day to you all. Welcome again to another one of my videos. I'm Will Lord, and my subject is prehistoric crafts, primitive technology, ancient technology, what it took for mankind to live successfully on the planet many thousands of years ago. And this is a video I thought I'd just drop in the softer side of things, natural fibres. On this occasion I'm dealing with stinging nettles. They're actually a wonderful plant. The picture at the beginning of the video was a knife that I made some time ago, that's since now gone, and that has two types of fibre on the handle. It has lime bast and nettle, and as you can see it gives a wonderful contrast. It's not too late in the season for this, but the nettle is beginning to get a little bit hard. So what I do is I just squash down the node heads, and that helps to release the fibre from the inner core. So I like to place my thumb right in the middle of this. I'll get you closer up in a minute, and then we'll go up to the top. We'll keep that bit, and that's going in a pot. There's going to be quite an abundance of that, and I'll be able to make a nice stew or something with it. At this time of year, it's got both the tips and the flowering part of the nettle on it as well. So you're entering into what we call a superfood. Lots of vitamin C's. In my experience, and there's been a bit of it with this, somewhat many thousands, you're going to get stung. You can wear gloves if you want, and sometimes I do, depending on how I'm feeling. But you know how it is, it goes away, doesn't it? What you may notice when I'm doing this is, well, there's several things, but this little technique here just helps the nettle to run away quite nicely. Even these, you can chuck them out if you want, but what you can also do is you can bundle them up and keep them in little packs like that, and they become a great first tinder for fire lighting. And what's really nice about it as well is they give off a beautiful aroma as your fire begins, which is nice. Got some tips, a little bit of honey for a nice tea as well. So let's bring you in a little bit closer and try and get you a bit closer to the detail. Somewhat better, I guess. When you're filming yourself, it can be a bit of a nightmare. Decent thumbnails help, because you can get that first bit going. And if you actually push into this quite firmly, that'll open up. And you'll see like little chrysalists inside the stem. They look like sugar candy. What they actually are is they're the larvae of earwigs. So you want to put them, if you're keeping the middle sticks, probably dry them outside, otherwise your house will be overrun with earwigs. And then literally, if we snap that over, look, it goes quite nicely. Back that up a bit. Sometimes when you've got so far, you can see that you've left some behind. There's nothing to say you can't just go like that and regain what you lost. It is quite a beautiful green as well. It's going to darken, and as you can see, it's segmenting into these generally four layers. And what you can do if you choose to is go through and separate them off again, because when you're going on to make the cordage, if they've all been separated once more, then the cordage doesn't fragment quite as easy. And also, because there's plenty of alsos, there always is, it might just be nettle, but the subject can get covered, and then it can get covered, and then it can get covered again. And I'm not going to cover the whole subject today, but it needs to, these nettles, they're full of moisture, and as they begin to dry, they're going to shrink, and what seems like 100 ends up looking like about 10, because they're going to shrink so much. So the whole idea of making cordage out of it on the same day that you've picked it is pretty slim, unless you're hanging it around a fire where you dry them off. But even at that point, they're still going to be green, and the best that they have to offer hasn't been accumulated. And what you really need to do is you need to take them through a process called retting, and a retting is where the actual green, the chlorophyll in the stinging nettle, begins to brown off, and if you were to pick it up and give it a shake, you'd see a lot of dust. So that isn't much use to the fibre. So by browning it off and then taking it into a retting process, what you're doing is you're breaking down that chlorophylloric layer, and left just alone with the fibre itself. As I pick them, what I try and do is I try not to damage the stem. This one's got damage there, look. And generally what you'll find is when you're pulling the leaves off, that will actually snap at that point, so you've ended up with two. So careful pulling is also part of the requirement. And if you can get yourself out of bed, it's really quite nice to get up sort of right at the beginning of the morning and get out there with the break of day and enjoy the dawn chorus of the birds, and put your day right before you get started, and it adds into your day that way, I believe. I'm sure you can imagine that you do just a few, and the problem is with that, yes, you've just hit the nettle and you might get enough cordage to make a small bit of string, but throughout the seasons, as the seasons come and go, that the window chance is gone. So there's busy times, and you've got to get busy when the busyness is ready for you, which on this occasion happens to be right now. So there's lots of things that I intend to video and share as time goes forward, and changes that I'm bringing on board for myself and my courses that I run. And it's quite important to me to try and keep that lively and keep that of an interest, so you guys don't all clear off. I want to share this journey, and I'm enjoying seeing you all follow. It sort of feels a bit like a tribe of people getting back to their roots, because you have got roots, believe it or not. You wee Homo sapiens, you. And alongside that, these aren't just videos, It's not armchair bushcrafting, it's an opportunity. There's always opportunities. The opportunity I give is lots of different courses in lots of different stuff as well. Flint knapping, tanning skins, bronze casting, going into ancient chambers where Neolithic flint miners were, and they get booked up pretty quick, so from time to time you want to drop in and see what's going on, eh? Anyway, it's probably about enough of all this ranting on, and I wish you a very nice day. Don't forget to check out my website, and I'll look forward to hearing your comments and seeing you all again sometime soon. Cheers.